But if the Democrats, it'd be interesting to see if we get any Democrat votes. We should. If I were a Democrat, I would absolutely, maybe Fetterman, because he seems to be the most sensible one lately. If I were a Democrat, I would vote for this bill all day long because it's tax cuts and so many other things that are common sense. They're basic things. I think they're doing fine. The parliamentarian's been a little difficult. And I would say that I disagree with the parliamentarian on some things and on
resolution, which will come up tomorrow night.
Well, I'll say this: I love that man, and he's coming in from a very principled side. But I'm going to vote no on that, simply because I would never want to restrict any future president, Republican or Democrat, to do this kind of a military kind of exercise that was very successful. This has been.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, my man, Senator Hoodie, Senator Tennis Shoes, Senator Gym Shorts, Brother Hoodie, Brother Tennis Shoes, Brother Gym Shorts. How much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to bet? Right now, he is wearing a hoodie. So whatever he's doing right now, if he in the bed, if he on the couch, if he in the office, if he doing something with the family, he has a hoodie on right now. And Trump says he might be the only sensible Democrat there is Democrat that's left with the brain, you know. And here we are. Just a couple days ago, he said, Dems will ding a few Dem for a bottle of water. It's just weird, judgmental, and straight up unlikable. Maybe my party should be less neurotic, quit the virtue signaling, and be normal. You know? As Gavin Newsom drinks a cold bottle of water, you know? They ought to put him in handcuffs. They ought to go put him in handcuffs. Yeah, they ought to put his hands behind his back. They running everybody out of California, a dumpster fire. They running everybody out of New York. And speaking of New York, Senator Fetterman has made an announcement on New York too, I believe. Can we get a fact checker in here, a debunker in here? But they say Senator Fetterman reacts to the Muslim communist socialist Zoran Madani. That's his name? Is it Madani? I don't know, hell. But you know, that primary win in New York City, he says, I'll describe it as Christmas in July for the GOP. Yeah. What do y'all think of that socialist down there in New York City? They finna run everybody out of there. I ain't lying to you. They gonna run everybody out of there, you know? But yeah, you just can't make this up. I'm ready for the next hit piece, for the next anonymous story, for the next headline. Senator Fetterman health. He's unfit. They're gonna mention this. He isn't recognizable. He's unfit to serve office. You know, I'm ready for the next hit piece, the next attack on John Fetterman for once again going against his party, you know, defending President Trump, rooting for President Trump, loving that Trump did this, that, you know. I'm ready for the next hit piece on Mr. Fetterman, you know. I am, family. You know, he just came out with this. You know, after Trump did his thing, and we didn't know anything until we got a tweet at 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night, them Patriots were knocking a cold one back. Some of them were in the bed, some were in the bathtub, some were on the porch. Some of them Patriots was picked up, they got the toenail clipper, and they was down there toenail clipping, and bam, they got a notification on their phone that Trump is posted on Truth Social. And then it eventually hits Twitter or X, and boom, bam, bang, blow it up. Blow it up. And they say we stand with the president. Trust Trump. He's been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, He about to have 100 of them now, huh? He about to have about 20 or 30 of them now, huh? Shoot. But we just keep winning. The Supreme Court, you know, just gave us huge wins. And John Fetterman once again came out and said, I know my party is going to lose their mind. Liberals are going to lose their mind. They're all over the media, just losing it. The mainstream media, they're live on TV, just losing it because we just keep winning. They're saying F the Supreme Court, F this, F Trump. Our democracy is destroyed. Our country is destroyed. You know. Yeah. You just can't make it up. So usually when we hear that, you know we're winning. But this is what Fetterman said just 2 days ago.
Report that the Trump administration, you Senator on the mic, sir. There was a report that the Trump administration wants to brief members of Congress.
And he doesn't have a hoodie on. That's how you know he's really feeling good and he's locked in. That's how you know he's really residing with President Trump when he takes off that hoodie. Yeah, that's how you know he really loves when Trump does something. He comes to the press without a hoodie on. Yeah, I told y'all, be ready. When y'all see John Fetterman without a hoodie, be ready. Be ready.
Less. Have you spoken with your Republican colleagues about that?
No, I've had conversations with other people in the administration about the strike. I mean, not in a classified way like this, but no, I've had conversations.
What's the level of information that members should be getting when they're concerned about these leaks, especially after they have insinuated maybe something came out of Capitol?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people in the media and others here, you really jumped on that early leak, and now, I mean, I think it's clear that it was effective. It doesn't necessarily that it permanently destroyed their nuclear capabilities, but this is why I absolutely been calling for those strikes, and I continue to support those things.
And on the Kane resolution, which will come up tomorrow night, you will vote now.
Well, I'll say this: I love that man, and he's coming in from a very principled side. But I'm going to vote no on that, simply because I would never want to restrict any future president, Republican or Democrat, to do this kind of a military kind of exercise that was very successful. This is
What are your thoughts on Senate Republicans saying
sorry,
that?
what?
What are your thoughts on Senate Republicans saying that we should fire the Senate
No. But I remember it wasn't that long that we were upset with it too. You know, I mean, depending on if I don't think it's appropriate to fire the individual. Just you disagree with it, but again, this isn't like a new issue too, because I know when we were in the majority, we kind of had our frustrations in certain kind of circumstances.
Is this a thing with the parliamentarian, like working with perhaps with people, please, if they get it the way they want it, goes against a Steelers fan versus a Bengals fan?
Yeah. I forget the name, like the tennis guy, John Mack.
John Mack.
Yelling and screaming at the referee just because you don't like the call. I mean, you don't have to like the call, but that's where we are right now. And now for me, I would hope that we just don't try to ramrod this through before the July 4th break. I mean, if this is so important, it's going to impact millions and millions of Americans. At least take your time to do it in the right way, and just wait till after the break. You know, they have the rest of the month of July to do all that kind of thing. I don't understand why it matters to try to do something in the next 5 days in that difference. It's very strange to me.
Only one with brains. Only Democrat with brains sounds like, huh?
Congress behind that early leak of the damage assessment in Iran, that they would prosecute a member of Congress. Do you think that's appropriate? If you could look at that camera as well, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that at all. So I can't really comment on that. I'm familiar with that.
Does that alarm you that they might try to prosecute a member of Congress? I mean, one's in prison right now. I know.
Yeah, the gold bar's in the mattress. I mean, so my concern. So
I know, but here they have an issue. The idea that they're coming after a member of Congress.
Well, of course, yeah, like obviously no kinds of political going after a member of Congress. Of course not. I mean,
He got no hoodie on, man. But things are getting spicy as July 4th is coming up. They trying to get this thing on and pass. It's a very, very spicy week, y'all. But we want to wish everybody happy 4th of July. Know them Patriots right now. Got the barbecue pit ready. Got something cold in the cooler. Yeah. Y'all don't blow it up now. Don't blow it up. Now don't blow it up. And now, y'all, I'm over here in the country, so they got stands everywhere. And I know my neighbors is gonna. I'm actually excited to see because I'm a new homeowner over here. And again, it's a beautiful area, beautiful acre houses. People have all kind of amazing things. My neighbors have volleyball courts in their backyard, basketball courts in their backyard, a big shed that covers the boat. It's like what they call it, a port. They got ports and workshops. You know, it's amazing. You know, I've kind of stole some ideas myself, and I'm going to add it to my home. You know, especially the workshop and stuff like that. You know, my neighbors got it going on, man. So I'm actually excited to see how they celebrate for 4th of July. Boom, bam, bang, blow it up. They said, "Oh, what's going on outside? Did Trump send another one?" I love y'all, man. I hope y'all have a blessed, rest of your weekend. That you have an amazing rest of your weekend. Spend time out for yourself. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself. Enjoy time with your loved ones, man. We got a big week coming up, especially with, everything with the big beautiful bill and I agree with Fetterman. Rushing. I hate how we rush things. And there's a lot of stuff. And I think what's the name? They wanted to. They paused it to read all the pages. And hey, we got to do things the right way, man. But y'all know how corrupt it is, how corrupt Congress is. And them having a little bit of fat in there. And we want all that fat out. But here we are. Some of the biggest tax cuts and this and that, a lot of things, a lot of promises in the bill, promises made, promises kept. So we'll see where it goes from this, and we'll see what all comes out and play out. We're going to keep you updated. Let me know what y'all think of the big, beautiful bill. Keep it real with me now. Keep it real. How do you feel about the big, beautiful bill? And how do you feel about everything so far? How do you feel about President Trump, second term presidency? I know a lot of y'all are saying Trump 2028, some want more, see more arrests, accountability. I'm ready to see somebody in handcuffs too. They say be patient. I'm ready to see some handcuffs. I'm ready to learn more on that guy that, what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. I still want to know everything. Come on now, full transparency. I'm ready to see the files. The truckload showed up about a couple months ago. Come on now. Who on the list? Elon into his drawers and said that Trump was on the list. Then he apologized and said, I went too far. Shoot. Is it Elon Musk's birthday today? Happy birthday, Elon. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Elon. Happy birthday. But hey, man, I love y'all. God bless you all. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace and love, family.